Hi everyone, William Weyser is back. I hope you enjoyed the first amount of downs that I had that involved game shows, my bad behavior at dinner, and these two people being on my nerves for disliking my videos. And this has been going on ever since either I started doing message videos back in the summer of last year, or when I did season 3 of William Weyser's Childhood Fears, and there will be a 4th season in the fall. So stay tuned for that. Now, here are a few more downs that I have, and then I'll get started on the ups. Next, the movie is postponed. If you saw that video that I did several weeks ago, I showed the poster that I drew for Upload New Boba episodes, and in the video I said, Upload New Boba episodes is postponed. And the reason why is because of this stupid thing that's still going on. And Rick told me that I know that I want him to stay safe, and I want me to stay safe, and the same thing goes with the other main cast members, but Rick said that he has to listen to his parents. Yeah, he has to listen to them, and he's afraid that if we make our movie right now and during this time, this will be a decision that he's going to regret, and he will be in big trouble, as will everybody being associated with it. So we're still gonna wait for a good time for us to make it when this thing goes away. And I don't know if this is gonna happen in the spring, but someone named Amanda Cartret, I think that's her name, or Catret, said that she thinks that this thing will go away in the spring. I don't know when it'll go away, and nobody else does, but only GD knows. But he's afraid that if he tells us when it'll go away, we'll all be spoiled. And I've been saying that GD knowing everything problem for several weeks and several months. So that's one down. Next, pulling a muscle while lifting the Ozarka water bottle package. One day, I was going grocery shopping with my mom, and we do this once every 2 weeks on a Friday to keep my grandma from being even more sick with something that she suffered from a long time ago, and it's something different. One day, and this happened to be on AT's last episode for that day, one of the grocery items on the list was Ozarka water bottles, and they're down at the bottom of where the water bottle or drink package area is, and I lowered myself down trying to lift it up, but while doing so, I pulled a muscle on my back, and it hurts. It hurt me really bad. I told my mom about it, and I took some aspirin, and it helped me and my back get better. But I think that was the cause of me being very slow in my videos throughout this past month. And this was not the only time that I pulled a muscle on my back. In May of last year, I woke up from sleeping on the dang couch, and when I woke up or lifted myself from the dang couch, I pulled a muscle on my back. And this pain didn't go away for about a week. And eventually it did, after taking some medicine, and at least that helped. And I hope that there's a way for me to upload videos with more speed and less pain. Now, another down that I have not written, but I will say, is that early this month, knowing that Rick Ramazzonetti was born on May 31st, 2002, and I was 5 years old at the time, that was also the month, at least, that I got introduced to Jay, when that show did its $1 Million Masters tournament in New York in 2002. I do remember the three players in that game. They were Eric Newhouse, who made it to the finals and lost to Brad Rutter by $1, Leslie Freitas, and Chuck Forrest, and Chuck won that game, while Leslie and Eric both got wildcard spots, and only Eric, and between those three, only Eric won that game on his 29th birthday, and by $1. When I told Rick about this by accident, he was not very happy with it, and after I said that it might have been possible that I saw it during the summer replays in August, but I was probably too young or too little to understand anything about that show until about a year or two later. And he got heartbroken about this in the same way that he got heartbroken when the N-word popped up not once but twice in 2 consecutive college championships. And I don't know what's going to happen in the national one, the National College Championship that's been stuck in my head since October. And as I said in that rant video, which I'm not doing again, if it pops up on that college championship again, I don't know what's going to happen with the one after that. Must be the curse of the N-word, which I hope gets broken in the National College Championship. And he also got heartbroken in that time where I made a mistake about Thomas and Friends and me and having my limits of watching certain shows, and I'm still keeping my promise that I have to be careful about what I say that is Thomas and Friends related, in the same way that I have to be careful about what I say about things that are J related. When I told my former OT therapist, Miss Justine Fagihi, about this, I admitted that both Rick and I have very sensitive bodies toward a lot of things. I don't know what other things that Rick is sensitive towards, but I know that I'm sensitive towards a lot of things, whether it's things that I don't like, anything that's too loud for me, and other things. So for those times that I made those mistakes, I'm sorry, and I hope that I'll do better. But the number one worst thing that happened to me in this month is Buddy, my dog, tearing the round part of my favorite toy's hat off. This has been my favorite toy for basically ever since I was born. Here's a little history about this. Before I was born, my mom went to a store to try to find something because she knew that she was getting pregnant and I was being born first, before Sammy would be born about a year and a half later. Well, close to it. And then she found this toy, and there was no price for it. So when she went up to a cash register lady, a cashier, she said that she just took a guess on it that it was worth $0.25, 25 cents. Of course, we'll never know what the price for it is. And this was at the time that the store was being closed down. And I have known that for many years after I was being told about the history of this toy. And And ever since that, I've been like, if that store was still there, I feel like that I want everybody to have their own version of the E, or of their own versions of these toys. And in the same way that I feel for the Teletubbies Lion Dance Taiwan episode and the Making Tortilla Rolls TV event, that feeling is really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. And toy designs like these have a round part that's connected to this top part right here that makes its hat. And he and I have been best friends. Well, this one's been my best toy friend for throughout my life. And then one day when I was hoping that Rick and I would have a good day on January 15th, I woke up from the den couch and tried to find my E. And no joke, he's short for elephant, but I gave him a boy's first name that starts with an E and that is Evan. I found the round part of Evan's toy hat being torn off. Thanks to Buddy, who doesn't know, and he thought that it was a chew toy or a dog toy, when it's really a human toy. And I got so heartbroken that I gave him a hit. Just one hit. And I never did it again for the rest of the day. And I've been wishing that someone had the magical powers to grow a replacement hat out of that. But to fix this problem, I told my mom about this, and she bought some material, or sewing material, and she gave him a new hat, even though it's really looks like a towel or a blanket or a too big version of a hat. But hey, I do have to sell for it. So at least there's that. And I have a grudge against Buddy with my favorite toys that I'm never getting over. So, those were all my downs, and after this commercial break, I will go from being negative to being positive as I talk to you about my ups for this month. So, see you after the break.